Donald Trump both gave us a gift and a threat in a social media post today. Yesterday evening, actually, 8:43 p.m. Eastern time. He's promising to politicize federal law enforcement, to weaponize them against democratically run cities all across the country, to send them, to dispatch them, to attack, to invade these particular cities that are run by Democrats. Openly saying this. 2, he's doing it for purely neo-Nazi white supremacist reasons. The white power movement is alive in the language in this post. And 3, the favor that he's doing us is that all of this nonsense, this screed, this hatred, this bile is going to be brought up in a court case because he's openly announcing that it's political for him. This isn't in the due execution of his duties as president of the United States. This is about politics and punishing Democrats, punishing cities that elect Democrats. This is the post from Truth Social. Our nation's ICE officers have shown incredible strength, determination, and courage as they facilitate a very important mission, the largest mass deportation operation of illegal aliens in history. Apparently, illegal aliens and mass deportation operation, and even history, needs to be capitalized by our abject moron, degraded mind, Donald Trump. Every day, the brave men and women of ICE are subjected to violence. They're subjecting violence upon human beings in this country, upon citizens in many cases, Donald Trump. Harassment and even threats from radical Democrat politicians, but nothing will stop us from executing our mission and fulfilling our mandate to the American people. And here's where it gets very problematic. ICE officers are herewith ordered by notice of this social media post. That's not how it works, Donald Trump. You don't get to make presidential proclamations that must be followed under color of law from Truth Social, you fucking dipshit. To do all in their power to achieve the very important goal of delivering the single largest mass deportation program in history. In order to achieve this, we must expand efforts to detain and deport illegal aliens in America's largest cities such as Los Angeles, Chicago, and New York, where millions upon millions of illegal aliens reside. These and other such cities are the core of Democrat power center, where they use illegal aliens to expand their voter base, conspiracy theory from white supremacists, cheat in elections, conspiracy theory from white supremacists, and grow the welfare state, robbing good-paying jobs and benefits from hard-working American citizens. These radical left Democrats are sick of mind, hate our country, and actually want to destroy our inner cities. All of this is just racism, white supremacy, white nationalism, identitarian politics is what this is. And they are doing a good job of it. There is something wrong with them. That is why they believe in open borders, transgender for everybody, just to add just a cherry of bigotry on top, and men playing in women's sports. And that is why I want ICE, Border Patrol, and our great, capitalized, and patriotic, capitalized, law enforcement officers, capitalized, to focus, all caps, on our crime-ridden and deadly inner cities. And those places where sanctuary cities play such a big role, you don't hear about sanctuary cities in the heartland. Oh, in the heartland. Oh, flyover country. Let's make those people victims. I grew up in flyover country and in the heartland. Dipshit. I want our brave ICE officers to know the real Americans, not the fake ones like me. Not the fake Americans like me who served for years on active duty in the United States Marine Corps. Not like fake Americans, the real Americans. The real Americans are cheering you on every day. The American people want our cities, schools, and communities to be safe and free from illegal alien crime, conflict, and chaos. That's why I have directed my entire administration to put every resource possible behind this effort and reverse the tide of mass destruction migration that has turned once idyllic towns into scenes of third world dystopia. And then our federal government, needs to be emphasized, will continue to be focused on the remigration of aliens. Remember that word, we're going to get to that. The remigration of aliens to places from where they came and preventing the admission of anyone who undermines the domestic tranquility of the United States. Remigration might not be familiar to you. I'm going to familiarize you with it. Oh, there was more. Hang on. To ICE, FBI, DEA, ATF, the Patriots at Pentagon, and the State Department, you have my unwavering support. Now go and get the job done, DJT, he says. And for those of you who aren't aware of remigration, it is a white nationalist, identitarian, neo-Nazi conspiracy theory and theory of migration to purify European countries, leaving only white populations. And Donald Trump is openly using the word in a post where he's saying, under the authority of the presidency, I hereby tell you in this truth post. This is from the Global Project Against Hate and Extremism. Trump's mass deportation plans mirror European white nationalist scheme to ethnically cleanse the continent. Since the second Trump administration took power in January, the United States has suffered a judicial crisis, the systemic erasure of LGBTQ plus and BIPOC history, and the deportations of non-white citizens, including children with cancer. Among the onslaught of authoritarian policies suffocating the liberties of Americans is Trump's mass deportation strategy. Trump once referred to this strategy as remigration, a term popularized by Martin Sellner, an Austrian white nationalist with a neo-Nazi past, which relies heavily on false claims that the United States and European countries are being invaded by their people and culture, replaced by migrants. Sound familiar? It should also sound familiar, and we're going to get into this, but Sellner is actively involved with the AfD, the same group, the extremist group, like the new Nazi party in Germany, that Elon Musk tried to interfere and signal boost them just before he threw up his Nazi salute at the inauguration ceremony, standing behind the podium with the seal of the President of the United States on it. Martin Sellner's proposed solution to the so-called Great Replacement is remigration, a term used to explicitly call for the forced deportations en masse of migrants, including citizens, back to their home countries. In essence, remigration is the means to enact an ethnic cleansing, sending citizens back to their home countries. Sound familiar? That this Sellner character is kind of the tip of the spear of this theory of remigration. And now Donald Trump, J.D. Vance, who's visiting these people, they're wanting to put this into action. In essence, again, remigration is the means to enact an ethnic cleansing. It's endorsed by far-right political parties such as Alternative for Deutschland, Alternative for Germany, AfD party, a party endorsed by J.D. Vance during his visit to Germany and was classified pending an appeal by Germany's intelligence agency as a far-right extremist group. Several American white nationalists and eugenicists associated with the American Renaissance, one of the longest-standing white supremacist groups in the country, led by Jared Taylor. You might remember Jared Taylor. He's the guy who, every time he talks about white people, white people, that's Jared Taylor. A doofus, but a dangerous white supremacist with influence inside this movement. They gathered in late 2024 to discuss remigration proposals with Europeans like Sellner and a member of the Italian neo-Nazi organization Casa Pound. In September 2024, Donald Trump signaled an overt alignment with Sellner's ethnic cleansing plan when he invoked remigration in a tweet about ending the migrant invasion of America. Again, it's going to become, maybe I'll change the name of the show, is stop giving these people the benefit of the doubt. Stop telling people like me and others that we're overreacting, that this is anything other than it is. This is white supremacy. This is neo-Nazism. This is identitarian politics. This is wanting to ethnically cleanse the United States of anyone who's not white. Save it that J.D. Vance's wife is not white. Save it that Donald Trump put a black guy in his cabinet. Save it. They'll get to them. No one is safe in fascism. And Donald Trump is now openly signaling that, one, not only is he going to invade and attack using the force and weaponry of the United States federal government, invading Democrat-run cities, he's also endorsing white supremacist policy on remigration. Illegal, lawless. When they talk about invasions, that's what this is. This is not infiltration. This will be invasion. That's why it's up to all of us. Look, it's notable that this comes right after the weekend when Donald Trump's little birthday parade was a humiliation for him. And orders of magnitude more numbers of people showed up at the No Kings protests all across the country. Salt Lake City and Boise, conservative areas, thousands upon thousands of people amassed to raise their voices in unison in defiance of Donald Trump. It rattled him. So what do you got to do when you're a dictator on day one type? You got to double down and get even stronger. That's what he thinks. He's going to find out. Trump will find out. Anyway, what do you think? I invite you to this conversation. I know it's a little heavy, but it is important, maybe the most important thing of the day. You can comment below. You can also call the voicemail line 714-576-4054. And of course, as always, you can email me daily@dollemore.com. If you're into supporting this work, if you're into me, if you appreciate what I do, and if I bring you value, if all those things line up and we can turn the submarine keys at the same time and you want to help support this work, click the join button below for $2 a month. You can become a channel member right here on YouTube. You can also go over to patreon.com/IDoubtIt and help support the work there. Follow me on social media. I'm at Dollemore. Make sure you're subscribed, most importantly, and I will see you next time. Be genuine. Get ready. Take care of one another.